crafty friends and my creatively faithful friends, because this video is going up on both channels, and I would like you to let me know in the comment section down below if this is the type of video you would like to see. If not, I either won't do it or I'll put it on the appropriate channel. Now, I had kind of fell off of doing this kind of video because, mainly because of my health last year, but I wasn't going to do these videos this year, but still was going to keep track for myself because I just like having goals. And the reason I'm doing a video is I had someone on my Fresh and Renewed with Teresa YouTube channel comment on one of my older craft goals videos, was I still doing this? And I said, no, not to that extent, because I used to do very elaborate spreads. I'll link one of my videos in the description box down below so you can take a look at it if you'd like to see what I used to do. But I said to her I was thinking about getting back into it this year, but it would be in a much simpler form. So what I have here is on this page. And also, please let me know if you'd like to see me decorate it. Now, this page won't happen again, but these pages over here will, and there's two of them. I'll show them to you. So this is my annual craft goals. The craft things in my craft room that I plan to do, work on annually. And so I'm going to go over those and then I'll move over to here. So my craft goals that I would like to do annually, I came up with 4, and I would like to have a welcoming creative space. I am not a neat crafter, and I tend to pile stuff all over everywhere. I have a lot of supplies, and I'm just not neat. And I have battled that for long enough. I feel like this is my year to finally win that battle. So I want a welcoming creative space. And also, please let me know if I have it kind of zoomed out a little bit so that you can see my whole desk setup. But if you would like it zoomed in a little bit more, let me know in the description, in the comments down below, and I will zoom in a little bit more next time. So I want a welcoming creative space. And one of the things, I get lots of packages. When packages arrive, put them away. Right away when the packages arrive. There's no reason why I can't do that. My second thing to do is to keep the desk and table tidy at all times. I've said this before on my Fresh and Renewed with Teresa channel, but I have a dream box, and I have a real small table, and then I have a table to the right of me, and a lot of times those tables are just piled, and especially when I'm creating, and then I don't clean up after myself, and I come in here and it's just not inviting to create in. So keep my desk and table tidy at all times. Now that doesn't mean when I'm in the middle of creating. I'm still going to be, you have to have out lots of supplies. So that's still, that doesn't change. But when I leave this room, my desk and my side table are going to be tidy at all times. And then tidy the rest of the room every other day. Not once a month. I used to do once a month, and it got overwhelming. So every other day. And then increase card production. last year I didn't do so well on making cards. I kind of made what I had to make, and then I kind of fell off at the end of the year because my health got really bad. And so I need to increase my card production this year. So I need to add to or change the box at church monthly. I need to mail at least 3 cards weekly to friends. I am challenging myself to do that. I need to stay on top of birthday cards. That's mainly family birthday cards. We have a big family, and it's my job to make the birthday cards from Grandma and Papa. And then my target is 25 cards monthly and 12 Christmas cards. So that's actually 37 cards a month, 12 Christmas cards and 25 other cards. And that would include the 3 cards that I send out, the birthday cards. That's not on top of these 2 things. It includes those. Then use my stash. I have lots and lots and lots of supplies that have never been touched. And use my stash. And my how I'm planning to do that is to use Danny's prompts each month. And Danny is my friend, and her channel is Danny's Dreams. I will link that in the description box down below. She also has a Facebook group, and I will link that in the description box down below. And she puts out prompts each month for you to use your stash, just to kind of help you. And you don't have to use the prompts, but it kind of motivates me to do that. Finish up kits and scraps. I have a ton of kits that are put together from when I owned a business, kits that I purchased, paper pads that are kind of kit related, and stuff that I've never used, never touched. So, and then I keep baggies of scraps that are big enough to make cards with. Some of them have full sheets in them. Some of them just have a little bit of stuff in them. And I am going to consistently use spinner wheels, and you'll find that out at the end of the month, and to use kits and scraps. So those are the annual crafty goals, and there will be some other things that will be kind of in conjunction with these, not an annual goal, but like some things that I might do that would fit in with this goal or fit in with that goal. And that's where these pages come in. So these are my monthly pages. So my February, and I had decorated this last year. It was really for another purpose. And I decided, when I had it, I decided, you know what, I am going to use it, because I got all my planner stuff out at the beginning of the month the other day, and I pulled this out, and I thought, how am I going to use that? You know, I'm not doing this little system anymore. How am I going to use that? And then I came up with this, since I have 4 annual goals. I've got 4 categories here. I didn't change anything right here. I will for next month, and then I'll show you on the back something else in just a second. So these are my February craft goals, specific to February. So creative space, desk tidy, table tidy, every other day tidy. So I'm going to keep a little running tally of all of that, and we'll count them up at the end of the month. And increase card production. We'll see how many cards I made. Of course, we know that the target is 37. Well, 25 here. 3, 4, so 12 here. And then 12 here. So we'll tally up and see how that works. Use my stash, and I will put the type of what I use, and then the date that I used it each time. And I really haven't done anything yet this month. and then using kits and scraps, and I will keep track of what I use and all of that. And that hasn't come yet this month either. Then in the past, I liked to keep, I love statistics, and I like to keep track of things, and I loved numbers. So I am just going to do tracking for the month on this page. And I have pages like this for, you know, months to come. And this will be my format for the year. And so tracking for the month, I like to track ATG tape. I have been trying for the past several years to track exactly how much ATG tape I use in a year. And so this is how I keep track of it, to keep the little spool that the tape is on. So I'm going to keep track of that. So in January, I used 3 rolls. So this is my little jar to keep those kinds of things in. And then another thing I like to keep track of, I know you probably cannot see these, but another thing I like to keep track of is how many strips, because I used to cut them into strips with the kits that I produced for my business that I used to have. And I like to keep track of how many enamel dot strips I use up in a month. Now these at the end of the month I will throw away. So like last month, even though I did not keep, I'm not going to throw away the little spools. But so last month I used 1, 2, 3, 4 strips of enamel dots, because each one of these is a strip. So I used up 4 strips of enamel dots. Very excited. If you knew how many enamel dots I have in my stash, you would know why I'm doing that. So so I'm keeping track of ATG tape, enamel dots, and then I like to keep track of how many sheet loads I use. I love Alicia's sheet loads. If you are a card maker, because I am putting this video on my Creatively Faithful channel as well. If you are a card maker and you don't know about Alicia, you like making cards with sketches, her channel is linked down below. Go over, give her a shout out, and let her know that I sent you. And she puts out what's called a sheet load with a sketch, and it makes anywhere from 6 to 12 cards every, you know, out of that one sketch. So so I like to keep track of how many sheet loads a month I use. I was on Alicia's creative team, but I had to resign. I'm hoping to get back there. So so anyhow, and then the last thing I like to keep track of using is if I use any unused dies. I have a ton of dies, and I just like keeping track of how many unused dies I used that month. And so this is my tracking sheet. Then mainly this is tracking as well, but kind of with a little bit more information here. And then my annual craft goals. Again, I'm putting this on both channels. Please let me know in the comments down below. Is this something that you would continue to want to see? Because I'm an ambitious kind of content creator. I like bringing everything, but I only want to bring things if it's what you want to see. So just let me know. And I thank you so much for joining me today, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.